What's up YouTube, Malari1 here. How's everybody doing today? I'm doing pretty good. So I wanted to do a video where I'm talking about the game a little bit more. I'm going to call this sort of like a I don't know, 2 week maybe, but extended time review. When I first started the game, I put up sort of an introduction video and things like that. What I kind of wanted to do was kind of update that video or make a new video that was kind of an update. Talk about a lot of the things that I like and don't like about the game now that I've been playing it for a little bit. Again, I'm not anywhere near end game, but I feel like I've got a much better feel of the game, having kind of gone through that beginning sort of new player phase where they just kind of pour rewards on you. I feel like I'm out of that, I think, at this stage now. I'm kind of getting a feel of how the game is going to operate, at least for the mid game, and then maybe we'll see, maybe I'll do another one once I get more toward end game content, right? So that's what I'm going to do today. I actually wrote some stuff down, which is really amazing and unusual for me. But I didn't want this to be too rambly, unlike this intro, and kind of get right to some of the points that I really wanted to make. Before I start though, I do want to do two things, sort of self-service plugs. First of all, please, if you like my Destiny 6 videos, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. It's going to be all Destiny 6 all the time. As a sort of a new sort of fledgling YouTube content creator, I've actually been making YouTube videos for over 2 years. But since I've been doing Destiny 6 videos, D6 is, I guess it's just, you know, like the next new big thing, and so there's a lot of traffic on it. My view duration, watch time, number of views, revenue on the channel has all been just skyrocketing since switching to Destiny 6 over the last 2 or 3 weeks, and so that's great. Number of subscribers has gone up significantly, about what, almost 20% increase in subscribers just in the last couple of days. Now, keep in mind, I've had a very small channel traditionally, and I don't really mind it being smallish, but what's happening is YouTube is going to start removing any channels that have fewer than 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 watch hours per year. They're going to start removing them from the partner program, meaning we won't be able to monetize our videos or make not even 1 penny from any videos unless you have more than 1,000 subscribers and more than 4,000 watch hours. So please, if you like the videos and you want to support me and keep these videos coming with the ferocity that I've been doing these Destiny 6 videos, please do subscribe, and or maybe take a look at the donation page that I have in the comments, just to kind of help me out. I'm not looking for, I don't want this to be my main job. I like my job. I like my regular 9-to-5 job. I make good money doing it. I do this for fun, but it would be nice if if making these videos would at least just pay for themselves. I'd like to be able to pay for like some of the better features of, like, that content creators use to, help their channel out a little bit. There's different things here and there that, you can subscribe to. That's like 20 bucks a month here, 20 bucks a month there. And, I'd like to be able to afford that kind of a thing, or allow the channel to pay for that kind of stuff. So that's kind of why, YouTube creators are looking for, subscriptions and views and things like that. and then again, I'm not looking. I don't want to make six-figure off of YouTube. That sounds like a lot of work. I just want to be able to, for instance, if there is a something I want to buy for $30 in the game, I want to be able to use money that I've earned from the game to pay for that instead of money from, you know, from my pocket. So that's all. That's all. So I would appreciate any subscriptions, or, you know, checking out the donation page in the comments, or not the comment, in the description section. Also, I am looking for a guild in Destiny 6, looking for, you know, English speaking guild. Just a group of fun people to hang out with, play the game with. I may or may not know a few people from Epic Fail who may or may not want to come along as well and hang out in a guild. So please let me know. You can just put a comment in the video if you've got a guild and you're looking for people like me. I'd appreciate it. Okay, so on to the review. I've been playing for, I think, 17 days. So I can't really call this a 2-week review, but I can't really call it a 3-week review either. But I wanted to do it today because I've got time today, and this may be the last time I have a good amount of time to make a video like this over the next week or so. So let's talk about first. I'm going to kind of go through different sections, different aspects of the game, and then talk about the things that I like and don't like. I'm not going to just talk about all the things that I like and all the things I don't like all at one time. I'm going to kind of mix it up a little bit. First, I want to talk about the UI of the game. So things I like about the UI. Now, when I'm talking about the UI, I mean like buttons and, you know, stuff that you click on and how you interact with the game. That's called the user interface. So what I like about it is that it's pretty logically laid out. We've got, you know, different sections here that do different things. You know, again, everything seems pretty easy to get to. You know, the heroes, anything that has to do with heroes is going to be under the hero section. All that kind of stuff. So I do like that. Visually, it looks really pretty. I mean, it's nicely laid out. Everything is all the graphics look nice, all that good stuff. It's really pretty to look at. It's not too busy, but yet it's not too plain as well. I think that like on the negative side, they could do a little bit better of discerning the difference between the time shop, Melissa's Black Market, and this shop here, which is has all kinds of different stuff, but you can buy things with real life money, or you can buy things, maybe it doesn't cost money, maybe it costs rubies, or maybe it costs, you know, arena rewards or friendship rewards. I didn't even know that was there until I watched another video a couple of days ago. So that shop is a little bit awkward, and maybe some of those things can go under time shop. Maybe, you know, they could separate the money from the not money. I'm not really sure. And then there's this level blessing. I'm not even sure why this is here. Why is this here not under the shop? I'm not really sure. And this is one that I bought. I think when I first started the game, it was like $10. That's all cool and all, but why is it still there? I claimed everything. Right? I really don't know why this is still there. Why is it still in my UI at all? Also, why is this 7-day bargain package under events? I have no idea at all. I have no idea. So some of this stuff could be moved around. It's a little, like I said, most of it's pretty logically put out, but there's a few things in here that, especially with spending money or buying things, that could be consolidated a little bit better. I do like that the background is customizable. I showed that in the original video. You can have this background, or you can have, you know, the kind of grassy field with the airship in the background. That's pretty nice as well. That you can customize it to however you like it. Let's see here. So what I don't like about the UI, like I said, sometimes, like I said in previous videos, sometimes if you have a reward or some of these sub menus can get kind of lost. Again, some of these things where you can buy things, if you're looking for a particular thing to buy, it can be kind of hard to find what you want to buy, because there's so many different places to find things that you can buy. Some things like if I'm deep into a menu, like I'm into a hero and I am in here and I'm enhancing my hero or something, and if I want to go, if I'm done doing this and I want to go do something else, I gotta go. There's no button here to go back to the beginning. There's no, you know, go back to the main menu button, which would be really nice. I gotta go back, and then I gotta go back again, and I gotta go. Okay, so maybe I'm here, maybe I can open up a next monster to, or next hero to enhance them, or if I want to go all the way back and I want to fight with them, I gotta go all the way back here again. So that's a lot of different clicks. So that seems like that could be cleaned up a little bit with maybe a few shortcuts here or there. As you might have just seen when I just went through that situation, because the UI is so pretty, it's a little slow. It takes, you know, 2 or 3, 4 seconds to go from one thing to the next. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 seconds to go into my hero menu. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 seconds to open up a hero. So it's a little slow. I mean, I'm okay with a little bit of that because the UI is so pretty. Then that's fine. But it would be kind of nice to. It would be kind of nice if it was a little bit snappier. Maybe it's just because I'm on like max settings, max graphic settings. Maybe that's just why it's slower. I did not test that, so we'll put that little caveat in there. Let's see here. So other things I don't like about the UI, it's a little buggy here and there. For instance, when you go to, when you're adventuring, right, and you're in here in okay, so you're in Sylvis or something, and you go in here. See, this is a lot of clicks, by the way. Also, when you come here, it defaults to like to what team? Why did it default to team number 5? Is that the last team that I used somewhere? I don't remember, but it's not the last team I used here. And then if I'm coming out of it, now I'm not going to go into it and then come back out of it, but if I'm coming out of it and I come back here, team number 1 is always lit up, but it's not necessarily team number 1 that's listed here. So that's just a little UI bug. So like 1 will be lit up, but I think I just said that, but that team isn't listed. You have to actually click on the 1 and then it shows you that team. Just a little UI bug here and there. And that's not the only one. There are other people, there are other ones. I'll show you one later when going into looking at not necessarily friends, but other people's teams. I'll show you. Let's see here. Every once in a while, there will be like a menu button that pops up in Korean, and then usually if I like, you know, click off of it and then click back on it, on that particular menu or something, it will pop back up in English, and that's, so there's just a little, you know, there's a little bug, and you know, depending on how you go into that particular screen, maybe the translation engine doesn't kick in or something like that. I don't have an example to show you, but I've seen it a couple of times. Speaking of translations, translations seem sketchy in certain skills. Where I don't remember which hero. It's in a previous video of mine, a couple of heroes back, or a couple of videos back, where I was reading off some descriptions, some skill descriptions, and they were sort of conflicting within that. You know, it was like, oh, it must mean this because it can't. You know, it's a little mixed up, and I think that's just maybe a translation problem. So that could get cleaned up. That's going to be in many games that are like, you know, in Asia, that are built in Asia and, you know, translated to English, or vice versa, right? And then sometimes the skill doesn't even do what it says it does. So like with Sierra, I showed Sierra's strike skill. It says that it does damage, AoE damage that ignores defense. But every time I use Sierra's strike skill, there's no damage done. AoE damage equal to 650% defense, but all it really seems to do is create the shield. So that's a bug, and that's not the only bug. I've actually noticed several skill bugs. I actually sent one-on-one feedback on Sierra's bug, posted that YouTube video, linked that YouTube video in the one-to-one feedback. I heard back from them, and it was a form letter, which is another thing I didn't really like, where it said, we're sorry you're experiencing a crashing problem. I was like, I'm not experiencing a crashing problem. This is clearly a bug, and you know. But that was the second time I interfaced with their customer service. The first time I interfaced with their customer service, it was something about deleting one of the alt characters that I had made that I accidentally linked to my Google account, and you know, they were actually they didn't help me, but they got back to me right away and said that they can't delete characters and stuff like that, and so that was fine. So let's see here. Okay, so another thing about the UI that I don't like is, and this is probably due to some of the slowness of the UI that I noted earlier. Sometimes the reward that you get, you know, like a reward notification will be a little slow to pop up, or it doesn't pop up at all until you like come out of the UI and come back into it. So that could be, you know, sprung up a little bit. Now these are all little small things, right? So these are all just little small UI things, but you know, there are problems with the game, and for some people, I don't mind you little UI bugs, but for some people that might be a game changer. Okay, so let's talk about heroes. I don't have a whole lot to talk about the heroes. I don't have all the heroes, obviously. But I do want to mention a few things about the heroes, right? First, I really love the graphics of the heroes. I like the art style. Obviously, this is a stylistic choice that they took for like the different characters. It's like, what do they call it? Chibis or something like that. Whatever they call it. But it's stylistically, I like it. I like that it's not all about crazy huge female breasts or whatever. You know, some of it, you know, it's not over the top. You know, Yona is perfectly, you know, there's no craziness about her. The one that's supposed to be sexy, which is Natalia, is okay. That they've got one, right? I mean, okay, fine, and she's even caressing herself. Okay, she's got one. They've got one, but it's not over the top like a lot of the other games are, like crazy over the top. And obviously, she's supposed to be some sort of a succubus anyway, so fine. But the rest of them, I really like the design. I like the art choices that they've made. I like that there's a huge variety of the character feeling, right? So there's, there's humanoids, there's dragons, there's ape men, there's golems, there's there's mechanical constructs. All this stuff, all is a very varied feeling. I really like it. It's not terrible for me to distinguish who is who. So I like that also. So yeah, good. Thumbs up on the character design and just how widely creative they are. Lots of different styles. I like it. So I also like that the game gives new players kind of a boost to their beginning heroes. I like that you get, full premium pack right from the start with, pretty much another premium pack coming, within a few hours of gameplay after that. That's a huge thing. Not many other games don't do that. So it's a good thing. It's a thing that a lot of people maybe are concerned about with the game, but I'm here to tell you that does not continue too much. That's seems to be exclusive to beginning games. So that's okay. That's all right. What I don't like about the heroes is, even though I just took advantage of this, I do not like the ability to purchase straight up nat 5s with rubies. Or maybe I don't like the cost of it, but I think I just don't like the ability to do it at all. I don't mind the things that are in here now. I don't mind buying Ragoons. I don't mind that kind of stuff. But purchasing, it's a little OP for me to be able to, not OP, but too easy for me to be able to get to see in the shop, oh look, there's a Rock Julian. He's one of the best I keep trying to say monsters, best heroes in the game, and I can have him for $30 or less. $30, I get him. It's not a chance to get him, it's not like one of those, you have an increase, five times increased chance of getting Julian or any nat 3 to 5 star or whatever. No, it was $30 for crystals. Now I keep in mind that might be like a one-time only ruby package that I bought, but it's still not that much. 8,000 crystals is not that much out of the question, right? But pretty cheap to get exactly the hero you want when as soon as it pops up in that shop. Not a big fan of that, but there's a big but though. It has to do, it depends on the gameplay. So let's talk about gameplay. And I want to talk about one of the things that I like, perhaps, is what it seems like, and again, I'm not in the end game, but what it seems like is it seems to be it's more human controller skill based than hero / rune based, or orbs or whatever. So maybe if everybody has access to getting the best heroes in the game, if everybody has them, because they can buy them in the shop if nothing else, and then everybody is on the same playing field. Maybe it's not about what heroes you have or how long did you farm your orbs. Maybe it's about your skill in choosing a team based on whatever heroes that you want, but your skill in choosing your team, of the synergy of that team, what orbs you choose for that team as far as what different skill effects, because there's a lot of different skill effects, which is another thing that I like. You know, as far as you can lengthen your buffs, you can lengthen the debuffs that you put on their teams. You can improve your crit rate and crit damage like most games can, but you can also, you know, make your skills cycle faster, or you can you know, increase your resistance. So there's a lot of different substats, and I did a whole video on substats. So I like that there's a lot of different things like that that you can focus on, and that's going to customize your team and hopefully allow you to have the best team for you, for your play style of how you operate these guys. So as long as the gameplay is balanced still, if everybody can have all the best units, and as long as that gameplay is still fun for everybody, then I guess it's okay to sell them. So I guess that still is up in the air of how the end game goes. But I did want to show, so part of my thinking of, and I made this realization yesterday, of maybe this is skill based and not hero / orb / crest based, is, let me show you in the common arena. I'm clicking on the top ranking. This is the guy that I was looking at. He was number 1 yesterday. He's still number 3. I don't know, maybe he's a hacker, maybe not. But let's first of all notice that the top 5 here are, you know, level 46, 45, 49, 50. None of these are like level 60, first of all. But let's look at, oh yeah, here. Again, maybe he's a hacker, but maybe not. I don't honestly, personally know. And if I'm wrong here, then I'll eat crow. But let's look at his units. So this is his arena team. And let's look at the orbs. So these are 3-star with a few 4 stars orbs that are like +10, +12. These are 3-star crests, +10, +9, +12. These are not crazy. They're not crazy. So maybe, you know, he's succeeding either by volume, so maybe he's purchasing a lot of arena keys or something. I'm not so sure. Again, 10, 12. There's a few of these are +15, but not all of them. So this guy's not crazy. He doesn't have like the craziest. Whoops. See, this is by the way, this is that bug that I was talking about. I was looking at his arena team. I just hit the back button, and instead of looking at his arena team, I'm on his team number 1. So yeah, so again, +9, +10, a couple of +15s, but you know, is this guy getting by with just orbs, or is he getting by on skill or team synergy or what? So anyway, that was the thing that I wanted to kind of point out, as far as I kind of have hope that the game is based on skill and not luck. Okay, so what else do I want to talk about with gameplay? I kind of mentioned it before that but I wanted to make it more generic. So I did say that the game was generous in having your heroes in the beginning. Well, it's also generous in rewards across the board, and not just heroes, but gold coins and adventure keys as well. And the adventure keys is an important aspect, I think, of, you know, letting new players have a lot of adventure keys, because then they get to play the game a lot to start out with. They get to play the game as much as you want to play, pretty much. You keep playing, you're just going to get more and more keys from rewards anyway. So you can play this game to start out with and really get addicted to it when you start. And that's a good thing for the game, I think. And it's fun for the players too. It's really unlike other games. You know, I play off and on another game called Transformers Earth Wars. That game is based around the idea of like the mechanic of waiting. Like every time you use a unit, you have to wait like a certain number of minutes before you can use that unit again. And when your unit reaches every 10 levels, you have to like upgrade them, and that upgrade can take like 3 days. So you have to wait 3 days to be able to use your favorite guy again, just to upgrade him. But you can, with money, purchase coins that you can use to bypass that wait time. So that's how they make their money, is by monetizing people's impatience. But it's based on waiting, and I don't like to wait. I want to, if I have a game, I want to play the game when I want to play the game. I don't want to not be able to play my game because I'm waiting for my guys to cycle through. So there's not a whole lot of waiting, especially in the beginning. Once you do finally burn through those adventure keys, yeah, there's a little bit of a waiting, but you know, they regenerate at a reasonable pace, and you can use them at a reasonable clip, and you can buy more with gems or with friendship points. That's why it's one of the good reasons to have friends, as I showed in that one purchase place where you can buy keys with friendship points. So that's a good thing. I like that about the game. Let's see here. Oh, another good thing, by the way, is though, even though they shower you with crystals, with rubies, with keys, and all these rewards at the beginning, that does taper off. So, you know, it's kind of like, I make the analogy. Everybody likes spring break, but you don't want spring break to be all the time. It gets tiring after a while. You know, it's fun. It's fun to do binge drinking and crazy antics, but eventually you have to, you know, you can't do that all the time. So it's like spring break when you first start. There's binging and all kinds of crazy stuff that you get to do at the beginning of the game. It tapers you off a little bit. It doesn't cut you cold turkey. And why do I not have a hero on the front of my screen? That's interesting. Huh, I just now noticed that. It wasn't like that a few minutes ago, I don't believe. So anyway, so that's good. And I also like that the rewards will, I like this too, by the way, where you can generate keys and rubies and gold. But I like that the rewards the rewards that are in events and the rewards that are in the achievements, they reward you for playing the game how normal people would play the game, for evolving heroes, for enhancing heroes, you know, leveling up orbs, or leveling up crests, you know, clearing dungeons and clearing Tower of Promise. Just regular stuff that normal people do. Play in the special arena, play in the regular arena, and, you know, have a certain number of wins, and it gives you plenty of time to do these things. So you don't feel rushed. You don't feel like you gotta, oh God, I really want to just farm some orbs, but I really don't want to do arena today. Well, that's cool, because it's not based on, you know, oh, today I have to farm orbs because that's what the event tells me I have to do today. No, it's not like that at all. The actual daily achievements are actually quite low. You only have to do like what, 3? You have to do 3 Tower of Promises levels. You only have to do the common and special arena 5 times. That's not too much. And clear a normal dungeon 3 times. These are very reasonable things to have to do. Doesn't take you very long at all. You can do all your daily things in like a half an hour if you really want to. So I like that. I also like that the actual gameplay is pretty fast paced, because it's not like turn based and it's waiting for your input and you have to stop and think. It actually gets your heart pumping and you're clicking and trying to move around and trying to do gameplay. You can see my arena videos from yesterday to see that kind of a gameplay. I like that. And I like that I don't necessarily have to use that. I can put it on auto if I want to accept the consequences of putting it on auto, which is kind of dumb UI if I want to. Or I can do kind of a hybrid where it's on auto, but I'm still moving my guys around maybe once in a while, or maybe clicking on that one thing that I really need right then. I really like that. And it's also especially good for YouTube content creators like me, I think, where it's actually more exciting to watch. Unlike this video where I'm actually not playing the game while talking about the game. I do like the different special arenas. I think that adds a cool, neat flavor to the game. So like we have the designation arena this week, which is you use a designated hero for your leader, and there's different leagues based on who you have, and generally they have a pretty good mix of heroes. So you can find a special arena league for somebody that you have usually. It's not very hard. Next week is a faction. So you set your team up with heroes from the same faction. So again, next week is going to be something a little different for the special arena. I like that. Another thing. Excuse me. I guess not the last reason. Second last reason. I like that the economy seems pretty stable. You don't go too crazy. You don't get too many crazy gold, or you're not starved for gold either. Same thing with gems. Once the spring breakiness of the beginning, it's spring break, we get lots of crystals, once that's over and things settle down, it seems like a reasonable number of rubies and gold that you can actually buy things if you want them in the shop and not be starved of gold all the time. So that's good. And then one of the big reasons why I really like the game is I love that I don't feel like I have to play or farm or whatever a lot during the day. I can go into a normal dungeon and I can just hit the auto button and it can farm for me, so I can put my phone down, step away from it. I can let it run overnight if I want to instead of during the day. But I've noticed a distinct less amount of having my nose in my phone while I'm supposed to be being a human being and interacting with other people. So I really love that about this game. That's my favorite thing about this game completely. Okay, so dislikes about the gameplay. There's not very many. There was a lot. It seemed like there were a few. There were a lot of dislikes about the UI, but a lot of likes about the gameplay, and not very many dislikes about the gameplay. So you can kind of see, which way I'm heading here. Things I don't like that you can't move the view during a fight. So the view is going to automatically follow your heroes around. Well, sometimes they split. Like one of them will decide to charge at somebody way over on the left side, and the other two are charging somebody way over on the right side, and none of your heroes are in your view. Or the view follows your guy up, but you were still fighting that guy down there, and you're running away from him because he's using one of his special skills, and you want to get that back down there and break him because it's break time, but you can't even see him because the screen followed you, and now you'd have no idea where the heck he is. So I don't like that you can't independently move the view. I'm not really sure how they would do that in the UI, but I would really like for them to do that. I don't like that you can't move or reposition your heroes in arena, although that could cause some problems with like people just dancing around arena and not ever getting hit. But I think they could find some sort of in-between way to do that, to fix that. I would like to be able to position my heroes a little bit here and there, or tell them to regroup or something, or have just like simple commands or something that I can give to my heroes for their positioning. And then lastly, I think the game needs some sort of additional like real-time arena component, somewhere where you can play head-to-head, or just a little extra something in the PvP to kind of take it to that next level. I think would be really beneficial for the game. So that's my, how long have I been recording? 40 minutes. I was sort of trying to make this about a 20 to 30 minute video an hour, in 40 minutes, of course. So everything takes longer than I expected to. Hopefully you guys have stuck around for the end of the video. Let me know your comments on the game in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. Let's do our free summon that's been just nagging at me since halfway through the video, and see if we can get anything. I'm gonna build up crystals until I have like 8,000, and I'm gonna have a minimum of 8,000, because you never know when Paper Fran's gonna go in there. What are we getting? It's gonna be a blue, just a 3-star, and it's pony. Got lots of ponies. All right, thanks everybody for watching. I appreciate it very much. I hope you found this useful. I hope you enjoyed, not enjoyed, but I just hope you found it useful or exciting. Julian dispatched. What's this? What? Did they change this? This was changed. Oh, interesting. So I didn't recall this being on a Wednesday last week when this was changed. So this is probably why we got the update. Did you notice that there was a download this morning? So no more on. No, I thought it was the patch. I thought that was, well, I guess that was on a. I guess that was last week. I guess it was a week ago. Huh, I'll be darned. Well, what the hey. So now it's Julian. Now Julian is the guy that you can have increased chances of summoning. I might do it anyway now and get skill ups for Julian. But yeah, they had, so Julian, huh? I tried to get a June or a Nuke, and I was not able to. So that was kind of a sad face. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Julian's up now, huh? See, that's what we need, more Julian. Okay, but thank you everybody for watching. I appreciate it very much. Comments, subscribe, all that good stuff. I will talk to you all later. Have a good one. Bye.